We are back, team. Thank you once again, for clicking and tuning in to another Comforting Chaos video with yours truly, your host. You already know, Gabe, aka El Vato. You know, whatever it is you guys want to call me. Either way, thank you guys for tuning in. As you can also see, we have a guest. You know, not just a guest, he's a co-host. We got a new project, dude. We got something big coming. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. And I hope you are ready and in store for what we got coming up. A lot of big surprises in the works. A lot of big things coming up. And I would encourage you guys to continue to follow, like, and subscribe. And importantly, share. You know, as I always tell everybody, there's power in presence. And thank you guys. By clicking this, you're already sharing a form of that presence. So I appreciate that, guys. And without further ado, let's hear from my co-host today. Big, a.k.a. Big Willie, a.k.a. El Mayo. Let's go.
From the podcast center of the universe.
What's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, brother. How are you tonight?
Hell yeah. Hey, you want to explain to everybody why you're on my screen and not here next to me?
Well, see, I'm in the podcast center of the universe, and you're not. And you're going to have to come out here in the middle of nowhere, Colorado, broadcasting from a mountaintop, an undisclosed mountaintop.
Ooh, undisclosed.
Somewhere near NORAD.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, guys, mum's the word. Mum's the word. Okay. Shh. I know we always tell you guys share it, but hey, be careful who you're sharing it to, because you never know who's on the other side.
Sometimes it can't be cured.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, hey, why don't you tell the team what we're about to dive into today in this video?
Well, I will. But first, our sponsor, as always.
Oh, yeah. Guys, if you
Our
have
unofficial
not tried
sponsor.
Buffalo Trace, literally, hey, if anybody has connections with Buffalo Trace, by all means, send them some info on us. All right. We're welcome and open to sponsor them, give them shout outs, whatever, because we love their stuff.
Look,
and
I'm going to drink it either way. So,
I mean, that is true, guys. I encourage you guys, try some
come on,
Buffalo
pay
Trace.
me.
If
Buffalo
you like
Trace.
Exactly. If you like the brown, hey, and just a little cool historical fact about Buffalo Trace, it is legitimately older than this country. Legit. Look it up. It has been in the works and in production older than this country has been a country.
Yep.
So, something to think about.
And it was
All
probably
right, man.
delicious
So,
back then, too.
we got our sponsor out of the way. Hey, why
Yep.
don't you fill us in on what we're about to dive into today? Let the team know,
Yeah.
because that thumbnail,
Oh,
they probably got
yeah.
questions.
Yeah, today's topic, man. Today's topic is slavery.
No, that is not
No?
today's topic.
Am I off? We're off.
Yeah,
I'm off.
well,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's
All right.
another
Well,
topic.
What were
That's
we talking about then?
That's a video 10 years from now.
What were we talking about?
Guys, just so you know, I'm pretty sure you clicked on it, you saw the thumbnail, all right? There's a lot of craziness going on in this world today. Some of the biggest form of chaos right now that everyone's just getting flushed with, and I'm pretty sure you are too. If you're watching, if you got a social media, trust me, it's all over. The freaking Olympics ceremony.
Yes.
All right.
Way
That
worse
was some
than slavery.
craziness. I'm not going to
Way
lie.
worse.
It was weird. It was very weird. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into it. Despite your guys' opinions, which you guys are entitled to, and we encourage that, you know. But you know what? Let's have a conversation. Let's hear every side. Let's hear every thought, every aspect, every approach, every avenue of approach is what we call it in the military. Let's hear that. Hey, there's something to learn. There's something to understand. You don't have to agree. You don't even have to disagree. But hey, there's something to learn and something to go off. And there's a process to this. And that's where we're going to engage, you know, because you got to admit, it was weird. It was. What are your thoughts on that? When you first saw it, real quick, before we dive into this, what were your initial thoughts?
To be honest with you, man, I don't know if you actually enjoy the Olympics. I think it's kind of a dumpster fire, man. I'm not a big fan, and I'm not taking away anything from those phenomenal athletes that have trained their ass off.
Oh yeah.
But the opening ceremony was weird. It was weird, right? And there's a lot of storylines underneath that are just awful.
I
Just absolutely awful.
I agree.
And it, you know, like, okay, cool, man. Every 4 years I get to watch nonstop coverage of people flipping around on bars and stuff, man. Like, great. Like, love it. Love it. Love it. And I'm just waiting for the NFL season to start.
What about the beach volleyball though?
Yeah, man. Like, I waited 4 years for them to wear pants. That was great. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, you know, and my personal, I mean, just real quick, and I'm going to get more into this as we get into the video, but I thought personally, like, you got athletes who are literally the best of the best. You know,
Yes.
it takes a lot to get to where they are, and just to be an Olympian and earn that status and compete on the world platform, the international platform. And I feel like the ceremony in itself was very politicized. You know, it was very, and when I feel like that there's just no place for that when it comes to sports. You got your sports, you got your politics. I mean, that's why whenever you pull up your computer and you're pulling up your search browser, there's always like news, sports, politics. You know, it's all these tabs that you can tap. They're never all, and there's a reason why. You know, they're all separate, you know, and they're very own. And when it comes to the Olympics, it's like, dude, you're waiting 4 years to compete at the Olympic athletic level, to be the best of the best, you know. And when you throw politics in there and you're throwing all this like to politicize it and all these agendas, it's like, dude, that's not what I'm tuning in for. You know, that's not what I want my son to. It's like, we're looking forward to this. This is the Olympics. You know, let's watch this. Let's watch our countries go against each other at this huge platform level. But now it's like, oh, by the way, hey, watch who you vote for because blah, blah, blah. And there's these agendas at the world level. And I'm like, wait, I don't know. I feel like that's not the place for it, you know, in my mind.
This is supposed to be the peak of human performance, right? Like,
exactly.
Like the absolute fucking pinnacle
of
human performance.
Exactly.
Right? And right, like, that is not inclusive. Like, I'm sorry. Unless, you know what? I will give you this, right? Unless you're on the fucking curling team. I don't know if you've seen those dudes. Like, that's Winter Olympics, but hey, like, those jamokes look like they fucking came out of a bar down the street here in the backwoods of Colorado, like, and sliding that little rock across the ice with a little brown shit,
I don't
right?
know
Like,
where they
hey man,
those
I
guys.
can do that. Like, we're good.
I feel like I agree. They probably recruit them from the local RV parks, you know,
right?
just like out there in Colorado.
I love
Canada.
that, man.
Let's go.
Like, that's some ESPN 8 the Ocho shit, and I am all for it. I am all
Let's
in.
throw this heavy kettlebell down some ice and let's get our push brooms and let's see what we can make happen.
Love it.
Let's make a sport. Let's go.
Love that. Right?
Okay. Well, without further ado, team, you kind of got a little setup of where we kind of where our opinions are, but we're gonna get more into it. All right. So I got some videos up here. We're gonna go ahead and pull into. This is off the Grunge platform, and hey, shout out to Grunge guys. If you don't know what they're about, hey, go over there, check them out. They're on YouTube. Check out their channel. You know, I don't want to. I'm using one of their videos, so hey, I want to also give them that shout out as well. You know, so check them out. They're really good at putting stuff up and then kind of just talking about digging into it. You know, but we're gonna play it and we're gonna kind of like dive into this and see where it goes. You know, and share our 2 points. And our assessment and our takes on that, and then we'll go forward. But feel free, guys, as we come through, feel free. You got some opinions, you got your thoughts, comment down below. Let me know. I read all the comments. And if you don't believe me, look at all the videos that I have had comments on. You will see there are replies. So try me. I dare you. I dare you. And now we got a co-host. He will also reply. So be ready for that as well.
That's
right,
things
man.
you don't want to see.
Check this video out.
Send it.
Yeah, man, the Olympics, dude. The Olympics. You gotta love it.
Show me some of that peak fitness.
The peak fitness.
Just the peak. If that 3 bill tiara wearing chica ain't in there, I'm gonna be sad.
All right, here we
Yep.
go.
Misunderstanding. Well, it depends on who you ask. Here's how the Paris Olympics opening ceremony generated so much controversy. The 2024 Summer Olympics got underway in grand style on Friday, July 26th. Celine Dion made her return to live performance with.
By the way, what do you think about Celine Dion coming back? Like, that was huge.
Dude, I don't know if you saw like some of the interviews she did right before that. Like the amount of work that this woman had done to get back up on that stage.
How old is she now?
Oh, bro, like I man, I don't know, but like that is not what she looked like.
Because wasn't she like in her 40s when Titanic came out and she put out that big, and then she made it big for Titanic?
Yeah. Well, and now
like
she's got some like crazy autoimmune disease, or she's got something, and I don't know what it is.
She got some weird disease too. So it's like, wait, what?
Whatever, man. Like all power to her. She can still hit it. Like
she's got
she
a voice.
Can belt it out. Like she still got it.
She's got a voice.
But I don't know what they did to like fill that in. Like she got the full Biden treatment, bro. Like,
oh yeah, she got the good stuff.
She got some good stuff, man. Some straight filler. Like she looks so drawn out in some of her like interviews right before she was on there. Like it looks like two different people. I feel kind of bad for whatever she had to go through to look like that.
I'm curious
on that performance. They clearly blocked the rain out because she would have fucking melted.
Now the military guy in me is like, hey, what does she look like when you wake up in the morning and you look over to your right, or your left, depending on what side you sleep on? But what does she look like dead? That's you know what? I guess so. I guess at this point though, who cares? Because when you look at that bank account, it's like, hey, I'll wake up next to you. Just give me that black card.
The
All
song
right,
in front
onward.
of the Eiffel Tower. French metal band Gojira rocked out on platforms jutting out from the.
Now this would have been awesome. This would have been awesome if their fucking sound wasn't all jacked up, man. That would have been the shining light. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
This is what I want to see.
Here we go. We're gonna dig into this. Let's see.
The opening ceremony, though, drew the ire of prominent Christians and pulled attention away from the sportsmanship, international cooperation, and artistry. At one point, a group of drag queens danced along a fashion runway and struck poses around a central queen who had a mixing table.
Did you see that last one was like a like they had no legs? Did you see that? They had
cool, man.
Like
I'm here for the drag queen story hour with kids runway show. Right in the middle, right, of peak fitness. Look at that peak fitness right there.
I saw some memes. Welcome to the Ozempic Olympics, brought to you by Ozempic. And this was like the picture. It said Ozempic, sponsored by Ozempic.
Yes,
and it had a picture of the DJ here in the front.
This is what I was here for, man.
You waited 4 years for this, right?
In front of her,
yeah,
and were
this
ahead
is what I waited for.
When everyone was in place, a man in blue makeup representing the Greek god
that right there,
or Dionysus, was revealed as the centerpiece of an arrangement of food. Fast forward several days, and there's been a merry-go-round of fury, recriminations, explanations, and apologies.
So, like, everybody's basically going nuts over this ceremony.
Heads, Olympic organizers, and more. The Olympic Games official X account wrote that the segment in question was intended to represent, quote, the absurdity of violence between human beings. To the casual viewer.
So you saw that, right? So they said that basically the director's intent of this whole thing was to represent the absurdity of violence amongst human beings. How does that represent the absurdity of violence amongst human beings?
Like at least a dozen events are dudes kicking each other's asses in the Olympics, right? Like there's judo and boxing and fencing, right? Like simulated sword fighting. Like
it's all about competition,
Get out of here.
I really don't I don't get it. I really don't get it. This just it shows confusion. Like, I mean, just look at this picture right here. Like, what does all this have to do with the top world athletes competing at an international level? What does this have to do with it? It makes no sense. Somebody, please comment down below. Show me how. Convince me. Change my mind here and let me know how this makes sense, because I really don't know. And there's a reason why I put in here, because you're looking at all these different characters. In my mind, I'm like, okay, where's Waldo? Like, please, you would have made this more fun. Like, this would have been amazing if one of these characters was dressed up as Waldo. Then I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go. Now I get it.
That's so good.
Now I get it. I mean, don't you agree, dude?
Yes.
Wouldn't this be a different story if you saw one of these persons just dress up as Waldo and you're like, okay, I can rock.
I don't know, man. That one in the red could be Carmen Sandiego. Like
exactly, or Carmen Sandiego, I mean, I don't see the logic in how this appeals to athletes, top tier athletes competing at an international level. Hey, France, I was in Paris for like 2 days. It was awesome. But dude, what the hell, France? Come on now. Seriously?
This was the most French thing the French could do, man. Like,
oh man, let's see onward here. Let's see what
the opening ceremony drag performance might come across as nothing more than colorful and kitschy, in the style of French cabaret performance. Others, however, saw a direct attack on Christianity and interpreted the performance's final scene as ridiculing Leonardo da Vinci's 1498 painting, The Last Supper. Art News notes, though, that the performance bears a striking resemblance to Dutch painter Jan van Baalert's 1635 painting, Feast of the Gods, instead. The French Bishops' Conference issued a press release criticizing the performance. It read, in part, "The ceremony unfortunately included scenes of mockery and derision of Christianity." The release also said Christians had been, quote, hurt by the outrageousness and provocation of the performance. U.S. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson wrote on X that the drag show was shocking and insulting to Christians, before talking about traditional values and quoting the Bible. Jenna Ellis, an attorney for Donald Trump's 2020 presidential campaign, called the performance a, quote, disgusting, perverted, sacrilegious display.
So apparently, like, this blue guy. So I'll tell you what, one thing I've seen on my social media, and I don't know if you've seen the same thing, but on my social media, I've seen a lot of people like defending this as saying like, hey, it's Greek mythology. Know your Greek mythology. No Christians are being attacked, and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute now. And then another person, I've seen other posts saying like, hey, it's not attacking Christians. It's just know your history, know your Greek mythology, know your characters, know your art. It's just art, And I'm like, okay. So in my mind, okay, if you are going to pick a Christian, because I don't know if you've noticed, man. I mean, you tell me, but I've seen a lot of Hollywood, a lot of media. Like, it's very easy for all these people it's easy for people to attack Christianity. But I'm always wondering, like, okay, so if you're doing this because you feel like you don't believe in religion or anything like that, why aren't you attacking like Muslims too? Like, why aren't you making fun of them as well?
Because they blow up your fucking games. That's why.
Exactly. So it's so easy for people. I feel like it's just so easy for people to kind of just harp on Christianity as a religion. Like, they can make fun of it. They can make all these memes. But notice you never see them do it to any of the other religions, especially Muslims. So, like, Islam and Christianity are like the biggest religions in the world, aren't they? Like,
yeah,
they're like
hands down.
Like
hands
down.
And Islam, like, I think is number one by far. Like,
exactly. Worldwide.
It's not even close. Yeah, it's not even close.
And I'm like, dude, why aren't they making? That's like, if that's one of the biggest, and they're so big on being like making fun of religions, and a free world and human beings. Okay, why aren't you making fun of that one too? Why is it Muhammad on this table? And I'm like,
why.
Yeah, I think we know why. We know why.
You know why.
And it's crazy. So to me, like, once again, and you guys have heard me speak on this before, you see what's called a selective standard here, and there's a reason why. This is where you got to start to ask yourself. At least to me, you got to ask yourself, like, why? Why is it then? Why is this one so harped on and so attacked when others are not? I don't know. Something to think about. Please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I think that there's right, like, um, so I think that there's too much emphasis being placed on this one. Was it? I think in bad taste. Sure, like, was that really necessary to put out there and kind of mock a religious a commonly seen religious picture, right? Sure, but at the same time, right, like that it wasn't a fucking Polaroid, right? Like,
Yeah.
The Last Supper wasn't a Polaroid. It was a
painting.
state-sponsored painting from the 1500s or 1600s,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
whenever it came out. Like grow up. Like, okay, like I'm persecuted. Like, shut up. Like, come on, man. Like, I agree. You're right. Like, I agree. In bad taste, sure, but like, grow up a little bit. Like,
and you know,
don't play into the victim mentality. Like, just
no,
oh
exactly.
yeah, that was stupid. Like, I didn't like that. Like, move on.
And that
Carry
is
on.
and that is
Let's
the
go.
other thing too, is like, I'm also the type, like, hey, okay, just move on. Like, you know what? At this point, bad press is good press. Think about that.
Yeah, and there's right, like, when you look at how many other how many different times that has been made fun of, like, they did a Simpsons riff on it. They did a like I didn't hear you bitching about it when it was something else.
Exactly.
Like, you wanted to bitch about it when it was this. Like,
exactly.
Grow up a little bit. Like, just hey, I didn't like that. Okay, move on. Like, it's not that big a deal. Was it stupid? I thought it was stupid, but
exactly. Could they have picked?
Like,
hey, you know what? I'm not knocking on any of this. As far as, like, I'm just knocking on more. To me, I'm like, dude, I just think this was a different venue. This was the wrong venue for that. Pick a different venue. Pick, like, I don't know, like the Oscars or something. Do it at like the Oscars. Or do it at like another big venue. But I don't, or I'm pretty sure they have all these fashion venues. I don't know the names of them, but I'm pretty sure, because this seems very like fashion, like oriented. It's like, you got a runway, you got all this stuff. Hey, okay, dude, this is perfect. That's a perfect venue for that. I'm pretty sure Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, Gucci, they got these big parties and big events, at the world stage. Hey, I think that's the venue for that. But I am also curious, though, why won't you guys do this stuff in Dubai? If you think about it, I'm like, I wonder why, one of the richest cities with like the most millionaires and billionaires, and all the fashion designers go there. Everybody travels there.
They wouldn't even do this shit in Paris, right? Because of the gigantic population in France itself, right? Like,
exactly.
There would have been massive protests. Like, it would have been absolutely insane.
It's a lot of questions, but I do agree with you. There is a point where it's like, dude, okay, hey, there's more serious shit in this world to worry about. Why would you lose sleep over this? I get it. It's one of those things where, okay, hey, they were in charge of it. This was their call. They did it. Okay, let's talk about it. Other than that, let's move on though. Life's going to go on. Let's move forward.
Even Elon Musk chimed in on X, saying that the performance was extremely disrespectful to Christians. Olympic Artistic Director Thomas Jolly said in a media briefing,
"We wanted something that would unite people. We didn't want anything subversive."
Oh,
the
wow.
rep notes that the Bacchanal performance that's caused such distress amongst Christians was meant to be a big pagan party that connected the current Olympic Games back to the Greeks, who worship the gods of Olympus. Bacchus is the god.
You know what? That is something to think about, though. Team, that's something you gotta remember. Back in history, like, go back in history. So, like, if they're trying to reflect that, like, back in history in Roman and Greek times, like people did some crazy shit. Like there was a lot of crazy shit going on. You know, we're talking like orgies and all kinds of like just crazy shit, you know. So
The good old days.
you know, so you got to keep that in mind too. You know your history. Know your history. Don't, like I keep telling you guys, you're going to get bumper stickers thrown at you, but sometimes just go back to history and you'll see it's a lot of it is just full circle and it's happened before, you know. That's all it is.
Of celebration in Greek mythology, Jolly recounted, and he's the god of wine, which is also one of the jewels of France, and the father of Sequana, the goddess of the river Seine. Jolly added, I wanted a ceremony that brings people together, that reconciles, but affirms our Republican values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. That message seemed to be lost on religious leaders around the world. The Russian Orthodox Church reacted by saying that Europe is embracing a godless...
Hey, how famous do you think that blue guy is going to be? Like, seriously. Mr. Blue Dude is about to have some 15 minutes of fame. Whoever launches him, hey, we should get him on a podcast.
Get the French Blue Dude.
I would love to have some Buffalo Trace with this dude and pull him in here and let's be like, yo, bro. What's good?
Only if all his clothes are off, he's still blue.
Please stay
blue.
blue.
Little plant name. That's the only way this is happening.
All right, let's go. Onward here.
Culture. Even Egypt's Al-Azhar, a Sunni Muslim leader, chimed in, telling TRT Africa the depiction was insulting to Jesus in a reckless, barbaric way. Olympic organizers wound up delivering an official apology to Christians and offended individuals the world over. Olympics
sponsored by Coca-Cola
said,
and clearly there was never an intention to show disrespect to any.
You know it's bad when you
religious
pissed
group.
off the entire world.
Organizers have also removed the video of the performance from YouTube, although fragments
Yes, they
remain.
did.
Mississippi-based tech company C-Spire has pulled their ads from the 2024 Summer Games in
Damn.
response.
Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting, right? Wow. Yeah, man. Pretty interesting. You know, the Olympics, the world stage for premier athletes, and this is what everybody's talking about, you know. It's crazy. It's flooding my social media. I couldn't even tell you how many gold medals we got right now, you know.
We need the female gymnastics won gold today.
Yeah, I think the swimmers
That
too,
was wild.
actually.
Oh yeah, the swimmers were all over the place. They were winning a bunch
Yeah,
of
because
medals.
isn't like the training facility like out in your neck of the woods somewhere?
Yeah, the Olympic Training Center is here in Colorado. Well, not here, but down the road in Colorado Springs because I'm not in Colorado Springs. But very cool spot. We used to train out there when I was at 10th group. They started letting us come out there. This is before all the Thor and the human performance stuff and getting coaches. They were like, yeah, like we've got all that like right down the road if you guys want to come down. And we were like, yeah, it's cool. Let's do that.
Man, I wish they just gave that to soldiers.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting better, but still not there.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you what though, man, like I'll tell you what I wish I could see is, like, and I'm sure you've seen the meme. I'm sure you're right. Like it pops up every few years, right? Like I want to see an average dude in every event. Like every country should be required to send an average human. And I'm talking draft, like military draft style, Hunger Games. Like you have to compete for reference in every event. Like
that would
how
actually
beautiful
be
would that
badass.
be?
I think even like if they called it like even if they had like their own separate like average Joe Olympics, at the international level.
Nope. I want them right. I want
them out there competing
I
against
want
LeBron
Steve
James
standing next to Simone Biles and like, all right, here's Steve on the pommel horse and just absolutely
Steve
eat
straight out of
fucking dog shit.
McFarley's Irish pub came out here.
Here's Bob. Bob is now
He
scheduled
started
for the
training 2 weeks
30-meter high dive. Like Just Bob's dead.
That would actually
Bob
be,
died on a 30-meter high dive. Okay, now here's the actual Olympic diver. Like,
hey, that is like the I know you've seen like the last Summer Olympics when those Filipino like divers. I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen that video. And those divers, like, it was literally like their first day on the job.
just
a lot of
eating
memes.
shit. Just eating absolute
just
dog
belly
shit.
flopping. Poor guys, man.
Like you should just be drafted and be like, all right, man.
They literally
like,
just went up there and just like went live with it. You know? Mad respect to those dudes. They just went live. They just full said. They just said, "Hey, somebody." They were like your premier soldier, your average soldier in the army.
Yeah.
Were like, "Hey, I was told
this.
to be here at this time. I don't know what I'm doing." They just needed 2 bodies, so here we are. 2 bodies. That's really what it was.
Just full said, man. Like, you want me to jump off that thing? Like,
Hey, we need 4 bodies. Give me 4.
okay, fuck it. Sure, why not?
All right, man. Hey, we're getting ready to close out here, but we're gonna close out with another big question that I have. All right, and maybe you can dive into this, and it is, how did Snoop Dogg become like the ambassador for American athletes, top tier premier athletes for America at the international level?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, nothing against Snoop Dogg, but I just want to know,
D-O-double-G.
how did this happen? You know?
Did you see the torch?
Oh,
Did you see the Olympic torch? It looked like a gigantic joint, man. Like, how could he not show up and carry that damn thing around, like, for the country? Like, why? Yeah, sure. Look at this.
I seriously am just curious. I was like, dude, how does he get selected? Like, I feel like there's so many, you could have put Shaquille O'Neal out there, you know, Shaq, you know, somebody who literally
Has won a gold medal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, put like a prior, like, top tier athlete, you know. I remember when I was a kid and I saw the Olympics and I saw Muhammad Ali, like, I was like, dude, that's awesome. You know, that's awesome. And then I'm like, Snoop Dogg? Like, what is it? Competing the gold medal for Crip Rock? I don't know. Is he the top tier Crip Rock gold medalist?
Yes.
I don't
Dude,
know.
it'll go right along with breakdancing because that's an event this year.
You know. But let's check this out. So in this video, guys, he's basically working out with Michael Phelps, you know, and as you know, everybody here knows who Michael Phelps is, but it's funny to see how, you know, this dude, I'm just curious, guys. Please comment down below your thoughts. I want to know as we go on with this video here.
Mr. 23-time OG, the GOAT. MP, what it do?
How are you, buddy?
I'm all good, brother. You see, me and MP, we go back like the backstroke.
Hey, low key though, I want that robe.
Michael Phelps with the twat knot.
Hey, low key though, isn't that robe badass? I think that robe's cool. I would rock that robe.
You're just gonna skip over what I said.
Yeah, the twat knot.
Look at Michael Phelps. What the fuck happened to Michael Phelps? Like, what happened to that dude's head?
Dude, he's just living that retired life. I don't know. I don't know.
You get that many gold medals, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I guess.
I mean,
right?
at that point, yeah, top tier Olympian.
I'm just jealous, bro. Like, things that won't happen for 1,000.
Give it some time, man. Give it some time.
Yeah. Let's give it some time.
Let's see what we got.
NZ pool.
Wingspan, lung power.
You just described me. You said wingspan, lung power. I definitely have great lung power, and I do have a swimmer's body. Look at our bodies are similar, Mike. We could be.
Dude, low key, isn't like Snoop Dogg like 6'10"? Like, he's tall.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's like a tall dude. So Michael Phelps is pretty up there then too. I didn't know Michael Phelps was that tall.
Dude, have you not seen that human? Like, his torso is like 6'10". That dude's arms fucking touch the ground while he walks. Like, he is a specimen.
He was bred for swimming. He was bred for the water, you know. But low key, I'm pretty sure like Snoop Dogg, I think he's 6'10". That's pretty cool. Let's see.
Let's get in the water, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know how to use that. Hell no. I see real good without. Let me give it a try then.
Let's do it.
Great push off. I'm not even a swimmer, and I can already say that was a great push off. You know what I would love is let's get Snoop Dogg do some CWST, some combat water survival skills tests.
Yeah, throw him in there with boots and a ruck on.
Throw him in there with the boots and a ruck and a flick, and drop him off that big 14-foot platform and be like, "Here you go, bro."
Yeah,
Make
put him in
it
the
happen.
the rollover simulator underwater.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Put him in there, strap, be like, "Here we go, roll over."
Blindfolded, dump him in there, upside down. Let's see how that
Hell
goes.
yeah.
He'd be
All right,
fine.
let's see what we got here. Let's go, Snoop. You got it, Snoop. Oh, he's done. He didn't even make it the whole way.
Swimming's tough, huh? It is. Okay, Flipper. Guys. Come on, Mike, let's freestyle together. Synchronized swimming. Ready? Set.
There you go. There's our ambassador.
Snoop can't even swim across the other side of the pool.
Mike, you make this look too easy. Oh, God. As you see, I'm in gold medal condition. And he's still in gold medal condition as we speak. Shout out to the Phelps family and to the team that's gonna give me some oxygen right now. Now, y'all get out of my face. Y'all got more Olympic coverage to go get. Now get it.
Let's get some more golds.
Let's go.
Damn, this dude. I'll tell you what, man. How old is Snoop Dogg, by the way?
I don't know, man, but I can tell you that when he turns 60 years old in dog years, that's 420. And so that makes me happy.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts on how he got selected as like to represent? I don't know what the logic was behind that. I'm curious. You know, I really.
I don't know, man. Good for him. Like, good for him. Like, that dude's living his best life. Like, at this point, made it. Absolutely made it. I love me some Snoop. He got him some Martha Stewart. Like, good for him. Big fan of that.
Him and 50 Cent, right?
Did 50 bang Martha Stewart?
I know 50 Cent had like a big thing going on with her. At least it was all over the media. I don't know. You know,
Dude,
I
she's
wasn't
straight
there.
gangster. I love her.
I wasn't there, you know. But
You serve your time, man. You serve your time, and like, man, it's just straight street cred. Like, she don't snitch. Like, shanked a couple
she did
bitches in
time.
prison. Like, good for her.
Exactly. She earned her cred. She was locked up.
Straight gangster.
Well, that's awesome, man. Hey, I appreciate you being here, man, and tuning in for this one and helping me out with this video. Hey, team, I thank you guys for tuning in as well. Please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. You know, let me know your thoughts on the ceremony. Let me know your thoughts on the Olympics going so far. And what are your thoughts on Snoop Dogg, you know, being our ambassador and head representation for our country on this Olympic level? You know, I'm just curious to know your thoughts, guys. Like I said, hey, you don't have to agree with us. You don't have to disagree. We're all here to just find comfort in our own chaos. And we do that, even in this level, we do that through just a simple conversation and hearing some points, sharing some opinions, and then hopefully learning something, coming to an understanding. That's what we're all about here. All right, team. What do you got, man, before we send them off? Uh-oh. I think your audio went out.
There it is. All right.
There
So,
it is.
hey, I've got one question for everybody. Make sure you comment down below. Really, I'm just curious, why do all the Argentinian Olympians have German names? I just don't understand. If somebody could help me out there, that'd be great. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. Hey, guys, please comment down below. Ask yourselves that. Question it. Research it. Let us know. Do some fact checking. Let us know. Why do the Argentinians, mainly a lot of them, have German last names? It's a good question.
It's crazy. I don't understand.
That's a good question. All right, guys. Hey, like I said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking and being present. There's power in presence, and you guys have demonstrated that by clicking on this video. And please, by all means, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, be part of the team, be part of the chaos as we continue to find comfort in it going forward. Got a lot of big things coming up, team, a lot of big things in store. I hope and I want you here for the journey, all right, along the way. So thank you guys. Shout out to my co-host coming in live from the mountaintops in Colorado, El Mayo himself with this fancy Bayside t-shirt. That's right. Shout out Bayside. All right. But hey, team, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Out, team.